What is up, y'all? Welcome back. I did not post these last couple of days because, Saturday and Sunday was a little busy. I was at a tournament, but I wanted to tell you guys what I learned these past couple of days because it was actually pretty impactful, I'd say. I was noticing that I was getting a little worked up about I don't know, just if I was in the right place at the right time or if this coaching stuff really was for me. Because, I don't know, I just haven't really been seeing too much progress. I haven't really been taking any action to further my community that I've been trying to do for a little while. And I don't know, I kind of just felt like I was idle, complacent. And I've been doing pretty well with my soccer stuff. I've been coaching, helping my dad out, spending time with him. And, of course, planting seeds in everyone around me. But I don't know, I just felt like this online stuff really has been plateauing. And I feel like it's always been like that. And so I kind of got in my head for a little bit. I was like, man, not that I'm going to stop. I never will. But I just wondered, what's going on? Do I need to take more action? Do I need to work from a different paradigm? I started questioning what I had to do. And one thing I always, I always understood or always came back to was the fact that I'm always at the right place at the right time where God needs me to be at the moment. And so the fact that I'm going through these challenges just helps me understand that, I don't know, I don't got to worry about what's going on or what's going to happen. I just know that everything's going to be all right now. And so, boom, I was praying, I was figuring things out. And one main thing was there was a desire that I needed external validation in order for me to feel progress. Despite how much I've changed in these past month, oh my goodness, can I tell you guys, I have gone through so much these past couple of weeks, this past couple of months, about just my past, about my identity, getting over a certain somebody, and it's been a beautiful journey, I'd say, and I sometimes can't appreciate how far God's taken me. I kind of need external results in order for me to feel like I've done something, I made progress. So this past weekend, I saw one of my old family friends that me and my dad are close with, and he asked me, how's this online stuff going? And I didn't know what to say, because, yes, I'm posting, yes, I'm getting somewhat results, but, there's money. It's not really there, that's not really my income yet. I'm not getting any income at all. And I didn't know what to say. I didn't get, upset. I didn't get worried. I just said, hey, it's going pretty well. But in the back of my mind, it triggered that sort of fear, that worry of am I really in the right place? Is this really for me? Is it gonna happen? And having that blind faith, having that understanding that God is working in the unseen, it helped me a little bit. But I'm sure we've all heard this. I'm sure we've all heard to have faith. I'm sure we all have heard to continue just being consistent, posting, showing up for yourself, becoming the best version of yourself, believing that everything you want is here and now. Things that I've said, honestly. And it's kind of hard, and I'm glad I'm able to document this, because at the end of the day, in a year from now, 2-3 years from now, if I'm at the place I want to be at, or if I'm not, I can still look back at this very moment, understand that I've always kept it raw, I've always kept it authentic, and I'm trying to help you guys understand the true hard-cut story, that this stuff really isn't always gonna go your way or what you plan to do. I was trying to make things happen on my own accord. I'm 19 years old, about to turn 20, which is kind of crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie, 20 years old, and I'm trying to make tens of thousands of dollars a month, which I know isn't impossible, but it's something that I've been desiring my whole entrepreneurial journey, to the point where I don't understand why I need it. Yes, of course, moving out would be awesome, but I don't really need to. My parents aren't forcing me to come out. And if anything, I'm helping them out every now and then, just being there, And, of course, yes, I would love to be making that much money. $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. Doing my own thing, living my own way. But maybe God's trying to teach me something here. Patience, resilience, consistency. Maybe having to rely on Him as my source instead of money. Because that's what happens to a lot of people. They get their desires, but they realize sooner or later that those desires don't really fulfill them. They don't actually keep them secure. A lot of millionaires are still scared to spend their money, or that they're going to be broke the next day, because they've attached their whole identity to what money is, and it's just paper. It's something that can be taken away from you so easily. So their security is held up on a foundation that really isn't secure. Of course, God is. And so maybe God's trying to teach me that. But those things these stories, these things I've been telling myself has been helping me just remain faithful, remain being steadfast towards God. And now that I got all this mental block, and all this frustration and resistance out of me, I'm able to flow. I'm able to produce videos. I'm able to impact other people's lives, and everything will flow according to God's timing. I just got to remain faithful. And when it does happen, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next week, maybe it's in a year from now, I just know that I won't change as a person within. Meaning, like, of course, I'll still grow, I'll still get over old things, but I'll still be someone who's dedicated to God. I'll still be someone who's dedicated to helping people get closer to Him and find their own truth. That's something I always wanted to do, and I think that's the vision that God's placed inside of me. I just got to continue surrendering what's in between me and God. And yeah, so whether or not this helped you or not, whether or not you're still like, well, how do I stay faithful when I don't see anything happening? Trust me, you don't realize it, but everything that you've gone through has been an answered prayer. Those times where you were slack and you were down bad, we could say, I'm sure you've gotten through it. You're just always looking for more. And that's something I've come to accept and understand as well. That no matter how much I get, I always want more, which kind of sounds a little greedy, but it's just human nature. And so let go of those things. Be okay with what you have now. Don't be satisfied. Don't be like, just completely, all right, I'm good, God. You don't have to work for me for my life ever again. Just, be grateful and continue moving forward. Continue getting after it. That's all I can say right now. And yes, there are still doubts. There are still fears of like, is this thing really for me? But I'm surrendering those things, and I really am praying and talking to God every single day, because at the end of the day, He's the only person that can help me. He's the only person that can get me out of this slump. He's the only person that can answer this. So yeah, I encourage you to talk to God. I encourage you to surrender those fears, surrender those things, and align yourself with His will, because His will is for the best. And something I just realized myself, literally just right now, I just had to align myself with His will and His plan, and everything will fall forth. There it is. God bless, guys.